So if you're producing a nice non-passive loss, you can put that up against your regular income, like your W-2 and everything like that.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now with local real estate expert Harvey Blankfeld.
Let's talk a little bit about buying homes as an investment, because this is a little bit different. When I'm helping an investor buy homes, it's treated a lot differently. First, let's talk about 1031s, because that's an interesting process, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot of those in the coming years. So first of all, what is a 1031?
1031 is it's actually code section, but what it does is it allows you to swap a like-kind property. So real estate for real estate, it has to be real property, so either bare land, a physical building, something like that.
Right.
And you get to defer the gain when you do that. A couple of the things that we need to watch out for once we initiate this is we have 45 days to select our new property. So all the money, we can never touch the money. It has to go into an escrow, and we have 45 days to pick out another property and 180 days to close on that property.
Right.
And so if we do all that properly and we go through, we get to defer the gain. So now kind of what happens is the basis that we had in the original property, so the amount that we paid for the original property, carries forward into the new property.
Okay, so now let's talk about if I own a property now, Austin, and I want to keep, what kind of record keeping do I need for that property to make sure I'm not paying as much taxes? What do I need to be focused on as an investor in my investment property?
Oh, you're going to want to keep track of, I would say, everything, and I know that sounds aggressive, but I mean, you want to be thorough with that. You want to keep track of all your taxes, you want to keep track of utilities if you're paying them on your end. Any improvements to the house, if it's prolonging the life of the asset, you want to keep track of that, because that's going to increase your basis. Any repairs you want to keep track of, too, on a yearly basis. Another big thing with this, too, is they have the different hours on how much you put into an investment property.
Okay.
So, like, the IRS will look for if you're actually treating you as a real estate professional or not.
Mm-hmm.
So if you put over, was it 500 hours? If you put over 500 hours in a year in it, you're actually able to switch the income from being passive to non-passive.
Oh.
So if you're producing a nice non-passive loss, you can put that up against your regular income, like your W-2 and everything like that.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
and that also isn't just you putting time in. So if you have contractors rebuilding your house, you have people coming out, you keep track of all that time.
Explain to me self-rental. What I see this term here, and I don't understand that, Austin.
Yeah. So self-rental is a big thing we see with business owners. We work with primarily business owners that are very interested in this, and essentially we'll have someone that will own their own building or lease their own building, or they'll own it. And basically what they do is on their business, they'll take out the rent expense. They'll be paying themselves rent.
I see.
The rent really is it's at fair market value of what rents would be at. The entity is able to lower the amount of taxable income flowing to them, and then they have to just report it on their personal return.
Understood.
But in turn, when you do that, you're still lowering because you're able to take more and more expenses through it because you're treating it like a rental property.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now. If you ever have a question about real estate or any of the other topics we cover, just call me off air or text me at 702-203-1165. You can also check us out on the web at lvrealestateradio.com or on our handle on social media at LV Real Estate Radio.